Alright, we're just gonna do the chest, we did back, so now today we're just gonna do biceps. So I'm trying to get my arms a little bit bigger. But yeah, alright. Today's day 21. So yeah, let's get this shit going. At first, it's gonna start with the easy bar curl. What I like to do, stand on the side of the mirror so you can see my bicep. Yeah, I heard. I hope I didn't bore you guys with all my yapping yesterday. But I think experimenting different video ideas is gonna help me gain an audience. So maybe just having my workouts get a couple of people, maybe a lot other people like when I talk, you know. But yeah, I thought I did pretty good yesterday. So this week I want to try something different. I want to like isolate all the muscle groups. So you saw me doing chest, you saw me doing back only. I'm gonna do bicep only today, and then another day I'm gonna do triceps only, and then I'll do shoulders only, and then maybe hamstrings, thighs only, stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to try it just to change up the routine a bit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it doesn't work out, and I just end up hitting a whole body workout. But nah, I doubt it. Yeah, just trying this new thing. Just again, try and mix it up a bit. Past 2 weeks I've just been doing what? Chest, shoulders, arms, triceps, back, and then legs. I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks. So I think this is something good. Switching it up a bit. I know sometimes it can be hard trying trying stuff or trying to figure out something else to do, but you gotta put yourself out there, man. Yeah, today I just got out of my second job, and to be honest, I didn't really feel like showing up. So I took a pre-workout. There's one pre-workout I got from the Mr. Olympia. It works, I'm not as tingly, itchy as that other one was, but fuck, I'm ready to go. Okay, so how did I start going to the gym, or how did I find the gym? So basically, I was a freshman in high school. This is a couple months, not even a couple months, 1 month before, the whole shutdown. 1 month before the shutdown, I heard that the school weight room was gonna be open after school hours. So I decided, hey, you know what? Instead of going home and doing jack shit all day, because the first thing I do when I get home, I take a nap. It wouldn't even be a nap. I'd pass out for 3 hours. I'd wake up and it'd be nighttime. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? Time to go to school again or what? I feel disoriented and all that. And I didn't like it. So when I heard the weight room was gonna be open, I was like, you know what? I don't like going home. I don't like, I got nothing else to do but, fucking fall asleep or whatever. I was like, you know what? I was just gonna go straight to the weight room after school, I mean. And yeah, and I was going for solid week, 2-3 weeks maybe. And then COVID hit. And I was like, fuck, dude. Right? I was starting to fall into a routine, getting to know everything. COVID hit and school was out, weight room was closed, and I didn't really do much. But instead of staying home, I was like, you know what? Well, I can't work out. Maybe I can work. Maybe get a little bit of money, get my bread up. get some motion. So I started going to, La Huerta, the orchard. Started there. It was good, but again, I'd get home from work and I pass out again, just like school. After school, it's ready to pass out. After work, I just pass out. So, but I lived in a small town, so I didn't really. There was nothing else to do. There was no like gym, and So yeah, I just stay home, pass out, wake up, eat, go to sleep, and then we'll go to work again, repeat. So once school finally opened up the following year, or not the following year, but the following next school year, I signed up for a weight class, strength and fitness, I think it was called, but yeah, I signed up for that. Started going to the gym. Wait, hold on. So I started working in the field, getting my money up, and then I had found they put me for the contrato. So if you guys don't know what that is, you gotta do a certain amount of trees. Not even certain. You get paid for every tree you do. I did not like that. I felt like I was getting pressured too much, and I was just not good at it. And so what ended up happening is my mom was able to give me a job at this potato factory. And what I would do is stack 50 pounds of potato, bag of 50 pounds of potato high. That's where I met Jawan, my homie. I said that before, but yeah, that's where I met Jawan. So I was doing that for See, COVID went into March. From like March, so I want to say September, I was not even March to September, like March through June. That's when I was doing the whole field. And then from like July to September, that's when I was in the potato factory. And then through September, school opened back up. My school at least did these cohort things where students from the last name that starts with the A through M, like A through N, or like L or something, they get to go Mondays, Wednesdays, and every other Friday. And then M through Z would go Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then every other Friday, So that'd be cohorts. And then I did that for a bit, but I didn't like it so I'd go to school on the days I had to go to school, and I went to work on the days I didn't go to school. And at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to work full time. I can do online school. School wasn't even that bad either. It just answer a couple questions daily or weekly, and boom, you pass the class. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do online school and work full time down at the potato factory. So I did that for like a year and a half until sophomore year. But in the middle of me working at the potato factory, we ended up moving to where I live now, which is just 25 minutes away from my school. But this new town, this new city has a gym, this gym. I've been coming to the gym for like about 3 or 4 years now. So yeah, that's when I started. I was like, I found a gym, and I'm like, you know what? I've been wanting to go to the gym ever since COVID closed down. So now that my mom found a place up here, I'm able to go. So I'm not gonna, like whine about moving or whatnot. I was doing online school anyway, so I was like, didn't have to go in person anyway. So it worked out for me. I was able to get to the gym, and I was able to keep going. I was able to pass my classes. I was able to keep my job, and so in 2021, in the middle of that cohort school year, in the middle of me working potatoes, we ended up moving, and I ended up finding the gym. I said, you know what? I've been wanting to go to the gym ever since COVID started, so let's sign up and let's do this. And I'd work, get out, I'd do whatever schoolwork I needed to do, and then I'd hit the gym. And I did that for a good amount of time till my junior year. Until my junior year, I had to. There was no online option, so I had to go drop. I had to drop freaking. I had to drop my job, and I didn't drop the gym. I still come to the gym, but because I ended up living with my sister down there at the time, so I wasn't able to come back up here to the gym. So yeah, so I had to take a small break during my junior year. I did slack on the gym my junior year, and then I was able to do soccer again, which I'm not I'm not very good at soccer, but I enjoyed it. I had my friends. I enjoyed playing soccer, and yeah, so that was fun. It was a good experience. And then summer came around again. Summer, the junior year, I got the job back at got my job back at the potato factory. But a new opportunity arrived for me to go work at the parks department and go pick up the trash bags at the parks and clean the restrooms at the parks, and just park maintenance basically. So I was able to do that. I left the potatoes, I got that, but the bad thing that was only seasonal. So once it got colder, once school started, I had to leave that job. Or not, I didn't leave it. They kind of just gave me the boot. So I had no job. So I got a job at Love's gas station. I did that for 2 years. Then I transferred to the shop. But yeah, pretty much it. Even when I didn't have a job, I was still coming to school. I was still showing, not to school. So my school had this option. Instead of me driving down there, drive to a different city to go to school, I was lucky enough to have an option where I can finish my high school classes at the local college. That way I didn't have to drive 30 minutes down I didn't have to drive 30 minutes down to the school. So I did that, and at the time, I didn't have a job, but I still came to the gym. I was still coming into the gym because the past 5 years, not the 5 years, like the past 2-3 years, all I've done was work non-stop. Work. So dropping school, having no job, it was a little rough. But I still had the gym, so that's all that matters. That's at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Just kept showing up at the gym. So around March, I was really able to get another job, and and during that whole span, I didn't meal prep or anything. If anything, I would just drink a protein shake and that'd be it. I didn't really watch what I ate or not. So that's why I am where I am. That's why I am where I am, because I didn't really keep track of calories or anything like that. But now that I'm out of school, I have 2 jobs. I'm kind of sort of able to keep up with what I eat. So yeah, that's where we are right now. Yeah, so if you guys ask why I got 2 jobs, or if you guys be like, well, he said he got off his second shift, why does he have a second job, or blah blah blah, he's only 20, he doesn't need to have 2 jobs, and blah 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 and all that. I kind of have to, just because I worked for a majority of my high school of COVID, of the lockdown, working, except for my junior year. Junior year, I was full-time student, but even right after my junior year, I went right to work with the seasonal parks department. Through college, I went to work, so I kind of adapted this free time, turned it into work. I kind of groomed myself to where if I'm not making any money, then what's the point, If I'm not doing anything productive, what am I doing, Back then, I'd work. I was making money that was productive. I'd get home, I'd do my work, I was being productive. I went to the gym, I was being productive. So basically, throughout the whole day and in high school, I was being productive. So now you enter this time frame where I'm going to school, get home, and I'm not being productive at all. I felt guilt. That made me feel guilty because I knew in my head, I'm not doing anything. What are you doing? You're just doing nothing. You're just playing games, wasting your time. So I was like, fuck this. I need a job. So obviously, I got a job. It was nothing crazy. It was a cashier at a gas station. Go to school, hit the cashier, and then boom, do nothing. School, cashier, get home, nothing. Repeat. And there was still a gap. And I'd go to the gym in the morning. So I'd go gym, school, work. Gym, school, work. But I don't know. I finished school. So now I had this another time frame open for me where I wasn't being productive. So I was like, what can I do? What can I do to be productive? Obviously. So this was before I had the idea to become or to start the brand, to promote the brand. But I got a second job. Well, not really. So what happened is I had a job. Summer came around. Ended up doing the seasonal again. So during the summer, I'd go parks and then the gas station. Parks, gas station. And then obviously summer would end. And then I would start, it would be school, gas station. School, gas station. Till I stopped going to the parks. So once I was done with the gas station, so once school came, summer break came around again, I'd have this time frame open, and yeah, so I'd stop going to the parks department during summer. So once summer break came around, it was just gym, nothing, gas station, gym, nothing, gas station. So I was, what can I do to fill that space in between, between the gym and work? Another job, obviously. Why not? I got another job. So I got the job. I was just cashier, nothing crazy or anything like that, I got the job, and lucky for me, that job was also very flexible. So when it came to go to school again for my final year, everything just fit in perfectly. Gym, school, work. Gym, school, work. And then on my days off from one job, I'd go to the other job, and vice versa. And then on my days off of school, I'd go to both jobs. I'd hit both jobs. So it'd be Monday was gym, job, work. Gym, job, work 1. And then Tuesday, gym, job, work 1. And then Wednesday, gym, job, work 2. Thursday, gym, job, work 2. Friday, So the second job was very flexible with the hours. So when school came around, I was able to make my schedule so everything could just fit perfectly. So Mondays would be gym, school, job. Tuesday, gym, school, job. Wednesday, gym, school, second job. Thursday, gym, school, second job. Friday, gym, second job. And then I'd have the rest of the day off. And then Saturday, gym, first job, second job. Sunday, gym, first job, second job. And it was like that throughout the whole year. Throughout the whole school year. And obviously, a lot of you might be like, well, how do you do that? That must have been a lot. And, it was. But again, both of them were like not stressful. What I told myself was that once I leave one place, I leave everything there. So any type of, drama or like work, whatever, I was just gonna leave it there. I was not gonna take anything home. So I was able to do that throughout my final year of college. And now we are where we are now. Me, work, me, work. So yeah. Yeah, so we are where we are now. I go to work, I edit, and I gym. Kinda flop, but now I'm able to have a full-time job and a part-time job. And I'm still able to get to the gym, I'm still able to make content for you guys, so yeah. So yeah, for the past couple of years I've been working non-stop. And I'll keep working non-stop. I'm lucky now that I'm able to get both my 2 days off from the same job. So right now I get Monday and Tuesday off from both jobs, so that's good for me, Yeah, so if you ask, well, why do you work 2 jobs? Because I've been working non-stop. I've groomed myself into having to work. I've adapted myself into working non-stop. So, and even now, I know there's gonna be days where I'm gonna be like, fuck, I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna go to work. And I say, well, guess what? If I don't go to work or if I do nothing all day, I'm gonna feel guilty. I'm gonna be like, you just wasted a whole day not being productive, not doing anything. Obviously, sometimes I'll get away with it, but for the most part, I do feel guilty, and I do try to turn around and start being productive either throughout the day and whatnot. But yeah. So yeah, that's why I have 2 jobs. And maybe one day this becomes my full-time job, I've made it so that where I have to be productive almost always. I don't see myself having 2 jobs for the rest of my life. I don't see myself having 1 job for the rest of my life. I see myself doing what I want to do. And what I want to do is keep making this type of content for you guys. What I want to do is keep promoting my brand. Keep promoting what I've been trying to tell you guys, with effort you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So that's what I see myself doing. And there's gonna be people that are like, well, you're not an influencer. Obviously we've seen that shit before. You're not an influencer, your content is garbage, your brand is garbage, no one's gonna listen to what you say, But hey, I've done my due diligence. I've worked my ass off in the field, in the factory, in retail. Right now I'm a tire tech at a shop for semi-trailers. That shit is fucking back-breaking, bro. You know how much a fucking semi-tire weighs? That shit fucking heavy. So I've done my due diligence. And you know what? I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I don't see myself working on semi for the rest of my life. I don't see myself working cashier for the rest of my life. I don't see myself working at a factory. What I see myself doing is this: hitting the gym, making content, and selling my brand. So, yeah, right now it might be a little slow. Right now you might look at me and say, whoa, he's not the type of guy to look like he goes to the gym. He's not the type of guy to sell you a dream and whatnot. A huevo que sí. A huevo que I'm gonna show you guys. A huevo que I'm gonna show you guys that you putting the effort is gonna be worth it, and that you can do whatever the fuck you wanna do. Si le echas ganas. Right now I used to be that guy where if I'd see someone recording or posting gym pics, posing for their gym pics, I'd be like, fuck, hey, at least I have something to post. But now I'm the one on the other side of the camera. I look back and I'm like, yeah, I should have done that. I should have done this sooner. I should have just started this a long time ago. So, yeah, so I used to start seeing, so I'll see like people doing their get ready with me, setting up a camera in the parking lot, reversing, and then pulling back into the parking lot, stuff like that. And I'll be like, that's a lot. Now that I'm on the other side of the camera, I'm like, fuck, that's something that I could do. If I did that, you know, now that I'm on the other side of the camera, I give them props because, you know, I'm barely able to record in the gym without starting to whisper because some guy decides to sit next to me at the bench. Obviously, it's not their fault, but you know, there's a level of embarrassment to this. But the more I start doing it, the more I get used to it, the better I get. So that's where we are now. I've been doing this for what, 21 days? There's no stopping me now. Even if I wanted to, I ain't gonna stop because I have to. I started this, I'm gonna finish this. And guess what? I'm not gonna finish this till this turns into something bigger than I ever thought. Something bigger than I can imagine. So you're not gonna see me stopping anytime soon. You know what? I don't even think if I'm gonna stop. The only way I stop is once I'm dead. So yeah, a huevo que si lo voy. I'm gonna make this into something. So right now, these people at the gym, they might see me and be like, hey, you know what? Good for him. At least he has the balls to post. But what they don't know is that, yeah, I have the balls to post. I also have the balls to make this into something big. So yeah, that's where we are now. So again, I feel like if you're one of those people that say, well, it's not gonna go anywhere, just stick to your job, stick to your 9 to 5. Hey, I've been doing that shit and I'm tired of that shit. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. You either stick with me or you don't. And a huevo que I'm gonna make this into something. If I knew this shit was gonna fail, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be at the gym. I wouldn't be recording. I wouldn't be posting. I wouldn't be editing. But hey, I'm putting myself out there. It might be embarrassing now, but I'm gonna look back at it and I'm like, fuck, I should have started sooner. You're gonna see me mentally change. You're gonna see me physically change. And you're gonna see my brand grow bigger than you could ever imagine. So no, I'm not gonna stick for my 9 to 5. I'm gonna make this something. You either follow me or you watch from a mile. And even then, you're still gonna have to back up to see the whole thing.